Hey, my name is Paul DeMuth, and I'm calling from um, ITS, and we're making a 5-minute overview video of the top tours of your region to be uploaded to TripAdvisor. And I'm just doing a courtesy call because we're going to send an email through, and I know you guys get a lot of spam and solicitation. By chance, are you the owner or manager? Eh, Do you got 2 or 3 minutes now, or are you busy? Okay. Well, let me explain to you. It's real simple. Basically, our company has been we have another division that has a video marketing program, and we've shot over 2,000 videos, and we've been loading them into TripAdvisor on behalf of the tour companies. And for instance, in the Grand Canyon, we have over 40 different videos, and we turned to TripAdvisor and said, hey, can we put all these individual videos together as an overview, so then people can watch one clip and then they're exposed to everything, and then they can link down to the individual listing. Does it make sense? Yeah. And so what we're doing now is TripAdvisor wants us to create overviews for other destinations, and we're working on your destination. And while we're coming in with the Flying Droid helicopters, our first step is just to collect up all the good video. And so, do you have any video that you can submit? Or I know the answer is probably no, but we have to ask. Do you have any video? Yeah, that's kind of common, but the thing is, it's got to be in the full HD resolution, or it doesn't, fit in with the other stuff. But there is an opportunity. See, when we come in and we shoot the video for the overview, I only use a small fraction of the footage because I've got to cover everybody in town. And so back to that other division in the company, they can provide you a 90-second video from this footage to go on your website, your Facebook, your TripAdvisor. And if you like, I can send you a second email that covers that information. But have you ever thought about adding a video to your website? Yeah. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to send you another document. We compiled all the facts on the effectiveness of streaming video. And I think once you see that, it's Google and YouTube and TripAdvisor basically say it's the most effective and cost effective tool in order to get people to click the book it button on your website. Far more cost effective than social media. Because social media, you got to work at it every week, whereas you make a quality video, you sign up with our program, we distribute it to over 50 different sites, the traffic comes in, and 42% of people after watching a video take some sort of action. They buy, click, or call. So, in fact, they got a money back guarantee over on that thing. And the great thing about it is that the biggest problem about a video marketing program is you got to have a great video. Because if you don't have a great video, it doesn't evoke that emotion to buy. And to create a great video, you got to have $3,000 or $4,000, and that's what most people don't have. And so we solve that problem by providing that $3,000 video, and they only charge $189 a month, and it's month to month, no contract, and a money back guarantee. Can I have your credit card now? So okay, so I recorded that, Ken. So why don't you ask me some questions which you think a normal tour guy would ask, right? So pretend you're interested. Well, basically what happens is that you approve us coming in, and we shoot the video, and then you approve it, and then we put it up on your site, and at the end of the 30 days, if you're not happy, we refund the 189, and you can go on your way. And but just so you know, we've never had one refund to date. So just FYI, that's probably why we offer it. It's the 189 is basically covers the cost of creating the video, and we don't host the video on YouTube because it buffers and stutters at peak times at nighttime. So we host it on a very high-end server, which basically costs ITS over $1,000 a month. It's the same server that NBC and GM. It's called Brightcove. So it's a very high quality, and what it does is it adjusts the resolution of the video on the fly. So if a guy's on a mobile device driving down the road and he loses his signal, the video doesn't buffer. And because that's critically important, because when it buffers, 50% of the people don't stop watching the video. They actually leave your site altogether. And obviously you don't want that. Yeah, and you'll get a few views, but the unique one, there's about 22 different features of the program, and and I know you're busy, so I'm going to send you a media kit afterwards. But here's one thing that YouTube doesn't do. When we put a play video button on your website and people come along, they click it, it determines if they're on a desktop or if they're on a mobile. And just so you know, from the traffic reports we get from TripAdvisor, about 63% of the people, and it's going up, are on a mobile device. So the majority are on a mobile. So when they click on it and it's a mobile, what our player does, we've got an ITS video player. It's intelligent and it takes into consideration what type of device, the time of day, the location, the internet connection, and a number of other factors. And then it plays a custom video. And what it does for the mobile customer, at the end of the video, it says, hey, this tour is popular on TripAdvisor and it sells out. So click the book it button or click the call button to be instantly connected to our office. We track the number of video plays that come off the video and we give you a monthly report, and it ranges anywhere from 14 to 40 calls a month. And that's what you want. See, with YouTube, the video just plays and there's no call to action at the end of it. In fact, when it's on YouTube, all your competitors are on there. You put a YouTube button on your website, the guy clicks on it, he goes over to YouTube, he watches your video, and then all your competitors' videos are on it, and he's left your website. No, that's a bad thing. With the ITS program, if he's on a mobile, we got the click to call. If he's on the desktop, we have a player pops up, no links to YouTube, no advertising. And in fact, he can look at all your different tour videos all on that one player without having to click around and everything. And because they watch more videos, they buy more often. Well, the majority of our clients, to tell you the truth, we prefer to target on the very small to medium sized tour company because they have no very, very limited resources. We do work with the biggest tour companies in North America, such as Gray Line New York and Papillon Helicopters out of Las Vegas. But typically, we like working with a small independent guy because they have no resources and they really appreciate what we do. And then, frankly, for $189 a month, we just don't put a video on your website. We implement 22 different strategies. And in fact, if you hired a marketing person for $2,000 a month, you'd be pretty challenged to match what we're doing for $189 a month. And I'll ask you is what do you got to risk? At 189 is like one and a half tours, right? So it's certainly, we understand we've removed that big financial upfront commitment. And let me be, I want to be forthcoming here. There is a $500 setup fee. So the 189, it's covering the cost of making the $3,000 to $4,000 video, the hosting of it, and then implementing that whole video marketing program, which you're going to see in the email. But for us to set that whole once the video is made and you've approved it, it takes us about 45 days to fully implement the program. We're going to create 50 links on different travel sites. We're going to get your video up on any of the resellers such as Expedia or Viator. And so we do ask for a $500 fee, but of course that's refundable too. So no, how it works is you put up a credit card for $250. We come in, we shoot a video. I use the footage from my overview. I added up a 90-second video, and this is important, with your direction. It's not like it's your tour company, it's your video, so you have total say of how that video looks. But that being said, we made 2,500 videos, and we certainly, have a bit of experience, but ultimately you have the final say. So once the video is made, and I've sent you an email, and you've approved it, then what we do is we program it onto your website with our intelligent video player. And once it's playing on your website, then you pay the balance of the $250 and then the $189 charge starts going. And if after 30 or 60 days you're not happy, we'll provide you a 100% refund of the $189 and the $500. Oh, well, number one, there's actually more than 2,000 videos, but we've dealt with 80 cities around the world. And what we do, we have regional shooters, And then we have shooters that just travel. For instance, I'm just sending someone to Europe for 3 months, and they're shooting a video every day. You're in New York. I have a local camera guy. His name's Andrew, and he would contact you. And when the weather's right and everything, then he would come out and do the shoot and everything. So while you may see making the videos complicated and hard and difficult, we do this day in, day out, and that's with tours changing, weather's changes, cameras not working. I mean, our business is similar to the tour business. Everything's in flux. You can do that. We don't have a problem with that. The benefit of you paying on the credit card is if you're not satisfied, you can do a chargeback on the credit card. See, if you give Andrew cash and you're not happy, there's no recourse back. So to put you at a comfort level, but if you prefer not to give your credit card to some stranger on the phone because you get solicited all the time, you can certainly pay the cameraman on the day of the shoot. Okay. And if you like, let me send you a few testimonials from some of the clients that have been on the program for 5 years. And one thing I'd like to make you aware of is the program is not static because the internet is not static and things are constantly changing. Like we just have the new feature now that we can add a book it button in your Facebook page. A month ago, Google changed their algorithm, and now anybody's site that's not mobile friendly gets pushed down. And I did a review of your site, and I noticed your site's not mobile friendly. And so we have a little way of putting a piece of code on your website. So when a guy comes in and it detects they're on a mobile device, it flows your content of your existing website into templates for all those different devices. So in theory, you don't have to build a big fancy mobile website. You just put this piece of code on it and it reformats your website. Yeah. Well, I think I'm getting a bit of rapport with you, and I really like your tour and everything. And to tell you the truth, there's 257 tour companies in New York, so we have so many to call on that I tell you what, you sign up for the program, and I'll take those other three guys off the call list. And where I think you can see the value in our program, we'd like to work with you, and we'd like to give you an advantage over your competitors. Okay, that one. Okay, so